guys, we've done a lot of cool things with super glue here on the King of Random, and I wanted to take it one step further. You guys left a ton of comment requests about different materials that you guys have combined super glue with to make things more durable and to allow really cool effects. Someone even said that as a woodworker, they'll take like glass or coffee grounds and basically carve out a section of the bowl and then put that in with super glue just to create some really cool designs. So I thought that was really cool. So I wanted to put a couple of those materials to the test. And I pre-made them so you guys didn't have to watch me awkwardly make them. So this right here is wood flour, and I was really blown away by this. The strength of this is like crazy, and we're really gonna put it to the test with our good old trusty steed, the hammer. We're testing strength, we're testing durability, and then we're gonna test some other cool things along the way. So if I just go like this, that's pretty durable. I mean, can I like, that's like quite a smack, and this thing is like holding up. I'm pushing it and bending it, a little crack, but not bad. I'm pretty shocked about that. Next, you guys requested nail polish and super glue. Someone said they use this on their glasses and it has held up their glasses for a very long time. I must say, this feels like a plastic to me and I'm very intrigued by it, which that piece just fell off, but I think that's just because it's super thin. Ooh, not very durable, but I could see it being good for glasses because it does have that like opaque look to it. But it does feel like a plastic and crumbles like a plastic. Another person requested ground up glass beads, which I thought was pretty interesting. So I just got these off Amazon, they're reflective. Feels durable, feels strong. I can't break it with one hand. It has a little flex, but not a lot. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty durable and strong. So far, these two are like the most promising, like in my eyes. And then someone suggested brass powder, which I thought was really cool. They said they have used this to make different things and to fix things on stuff. This was really cool when I was making it. It had the most unique consistency that I've seen yet out of these. It was more of like a paste, which I thought was really unique and cool. And it didn't act like any of the others. So let's go ahead and give this brass and super glue a stress test. That's pretty durable. Just a little of the loose brass powder came out, but like I am thoroughly impressed with this super glue and brass powder. And then last but not least, you guys have some strange obsession with Elmer's glue and super glue. So someone wanted them to be combined together and I almost got super glue all over me. This was a weird consistency as well. It turned into this jelly material. It felt very much like a jellyfish. And I'm pretty sure it still has that jelly feeling to it. Yeah, it's just very squishy and weird. I would never use this for anything. Out of these, I have to say, the wood flour, the brass, and these glass beads obviously gave us the best. I think if I really try to break this one, the only thing I don't like about the flour is it is a little inconsistent and it's very porous. So if you look at the side panel, you can see how porous it is. And I think that allows for there to be weak spots. These glass beads, they also are breakable in some areas where you can't really get like an even lay, like it's kind of really a bumpy surface. So wouldn't be my number one. But this brass powder, because it turns into a paste, you can make it really smooth and flat, which I really like, and it's really strong and not breakable like the other two. So I would have to say brass powder, wood flour, glass beads, nail polish and super glue, and then Elmer's glue and super glue's last for me. But we have some other things that I want to test because they have really cool exothermic reactions. So we have done ground cinnamon here on the channel before, and I want to test it with this ground ginger. And then I also want to test out using coffee beans because you guys know how much I love coffee, but also because you guys suggested it and said it makes a really strong bond. So we're going to test these guys out and then we'll see which one gives us really good results. So when I was doing my research, something that was very intriguing to me was that ground cinnamon, and really all of these guys, when they create the exothermic reaction and react the way that they do, it's because they have excess moisture in them. And that kind of makes sense because you can kind of see in this ginger how it's clumpy, probably due to moisture being in there. Same thing with coffee grounds, they like to hold moisture. So we're gonna do this guy. I'm gonna do cinnamon like we've done on the channel before, and it gives some crazy results. So we're gonna go ahead and do that one. I'm gonna put on all my protective wear so I don't have fumes in my face or breathe them in. All right, so first step here is our cinnamon. I'm really excited about this one. It looks really cool. Sometimes it's late to react. Oh, there it goes. That's crazy. Look at how, it's just so mad. Now it smells like cinnamon and super glue in here. I love how you can see the super glue basically crawling through the cinnamon. It looks so cool. Okay, now we have to test out this coffee. I love coffee grounds. I like that I just drowned them. Oh my gosh. That's even more aggressive than the cinnamon. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. That was literally crazy. Okay, the last one I want to test here is ginger, because if all goes well, we can make a gingerbread house out of our ground ginger and super glue. Oh. It still reacts. So between the three of them, they all had pretty intense reactions, which I think is super cool. So we had the coffee grounds, we had the cinnamon, and we had the ginger. So now we have to put them to a durability test as well with our good old friend, the hammer. And then we'll see if we can construct a house out of ginger and super glue. I do not know. We'll see. So the cinnamon, it feels pretty strong. Maybe not where I was pressing it. It has a couple cracks in it, but all not too shabby. Okay, let's try this coffee. Okay, the edges are breaky. It looks really cool though. Like, this is pretty cool. Pretty strong. Kind of the same thing as the wood flour, where it's kind of porous in the center. I think the brass powder still takes the cake for the strongest that we've seen yet. And then our good old friend, the ginger. It's so angry. Strategy going forward for making the ginger strong. Basically, what I learned from the glue shoe is that it works best if you make layers and then you glue them all together. So that's what we're going to do for this gingerbread super glue house. So I have all of the dimensions of the gingerbread house that I'm going to make laid out on this mat. The process for doing this, I tested a bunch of different ways. I tried mixing it, it set way too quickly, and then like spreading it and squishing it. The best way I found was using a paint stick, and then you put super glue down, you smear it across, you sprinkle on the ginger, and then you press it down with another piece. So that's the process I'm going to do, and keep building layers on top and then combine them all with super glue. Okay, so I have done about 6 layers on these gingerbread house super glue pieces, and I can say I feel pretty dang good about them. So now we're gonna dump all of this off and then see what is left. So I'm gonna take this over. And then we have to do one more thing, and that's we have to pick them up, flip them over. And then we might have to put some on the, oh, sweet. And then we'll clean up the side of them a little bit, and then we'll put it all together. So Nate had the idea to take a belt sander to the sides of these to make them nice and pretty. I was just gonna use scissors, but we'll do it that way instead. Now before we put our gingerbread through the test, we have to add some decoration, of course, with the things we've already tested out. Guys, I'm actually very impressed with how to build with super glue. It's a very impressive material that can mix in with other things. Would I do it again? Probably not, just based off the fumes. I did my best to keep myself safe from the fumes and to mitigate it, but super glue fumes are super glue fumes. So that being said, this is really unique, really cool to build with if you're in a very well ventilated area. And to make this the proper test that it needs to be, we have an actual gingerbread house. So we're gonna give these a smash test, and then I also want to take basically whatever pieces are left and hit both of them once to see which one has a stronger durability. Because remember, like, gingerbread houses are just like giant cookies, and this is super glue. So I'm gonna smack them both kind of like right in the center on the top, and then we'll see what happens. So, oh, we have some damage. The roof has split in half. No good, no good. 4 whacks, all progressively getting a little harder. Let's go ahead and try this one. Oh, okay. Guys, I'm hitting this thing like pretty aggressively, and it's just like bouncing around, taking the damage. Okay, the roof is like kind of, we got some structural integrity here, but it didn't snap in half. Like, you could drop this thing and it would like probably be fine. Holy cow. Okay. Okay, yeah. This is crazy. Okay, I hit it in the center. It won't fall apart. Ah! It's not breaking. The gingerbread house, it's bouncing back. The structural integrity, it won't break. I can go to town on this one. And it's just like crumbled, but this guy, it's so strong and durable. There it is, guys, your super glue gingerbread house. Strong, durable, and really puts the typical gingerbread house to shame. If you like this content, make sure you check out one of our videos that's right over here. And make sure you check out our podcast. It's on all streaming platforms. Or if you want to watch us talk about cool things, check it out on TwoCore.